Zach, aka GREMLINMAN, the actual tag, Orcane, our number one seed here of the tournament today, actually, versus, okay, forgive me if I pronounce it incorrectly, Syzygy, I'm assuming it's Syzygy, the Maypul, and actually a Sylvanos player in the Rivals 1, so definitely very exciting. I mean, I'm personally, I know there's a little bit of a Orcane hatred going around a little bit. Personally, I'm a big Orcane fan watching this character, especially the number one seed. I mean, like, if anyone knows, number one seed winning tournaments like, Marlon or someone like that, with Orcane, it's definitely going to be it's going to be great going into the next match. Is this a Fanta Orcane, bro? This is my first time seeing this color.
I love that.
That's a great skin.
Retro. That's a retro color skin. All the characters have it, and you can actually change it from red to blue to black and white, and it actually looks fantastic. It's one of my favorite skins in the game right now.
That's great. Anyways, going right into the second top 16 qualifier, one of the last set of this pool. So whoever wins is going to be moving into top 16 winner's side. Just got to be careful here. Of course, we got the lower seed going up. Definitely going to be a little bit scary going up against the number one seed of the tournament. But like Maypul, you can do it, especially against Orcane. We saw earlier, like you mentioned, they're really tough, like fighting against Lily and whatever. So I feel like you mentioned it earlier, Chopper. If you are Syzygy going into the rest of this set, what do you need to focus on if you're fighting Orcane?
Well, actually going to try to mitigate the offense that they're actually going for in the first place, but rather you were mentioning the bubble placements and whatnot, and being able to actually maintain your offense. And we did see a couple of actually lilies being used on the platforms. I don't think it's going to work as much as it was working on the previous games that we saw versus Orcane, but if you have that latch on situation, at least you get a stock in. It's going to be a good job for Maypul.
Now, let me tell you, aggressive Orcane, great, fantastic, really good. There's one thing you can't forget about, though. If you're burning and accentuating those bubbles too often, you get caught in really awkward situations like that. First stock there, you don't have a bubble on stage. You definitely got to recognize that you can't find all of your damage off of those bubble extensions, right? Because you put in an awkward position, especially against a character like Maypul, who can cover that ledge like no other. I say that to the down throw, putting you off ledge. Now, we got Syzygy here again, just keeping this Orcane at bay, doing a great job of forcing this Orcane to feel a little awkward on those platforms.
Doing a really good job at it as well. So the difference between, I feel like, Orcane and the rest of the characters that actually have some sort of disjointed hitboxes, or rather a lot more range, give it to a Lock Showdown or a Clarence, is that Orcane actually can have the speed to match whatever Maypul is going to go for, right? So a lot of the utilizations of those down tilts is going to be super pivotal for their neutral offense, and trying to keep that Maypul, as we mentioned beforehand, at bay as much as possible. Now, the tether grab is still going to be available, but they know they're actually going to recover. That side B is going to be punished with that up strong, looking for that up air, and it's going to get so up tilt up air, looking like it's a confirm.
Very good stuff there for GREMLINMAN to take that lead back once more. On the aggression there on the get up attack once more. It's the thing, man, like regardless of the keeping the safe haven with the bubble, it's really not going to matter if you're just constantly in the driver's seat here. I mean, the ledge can't do wave dashing, and the hit falls with Orcane keeping this Maypul at bay. Like, yeah, this character's pretty quick, but like you got to find those hits. But and as I say that too, I mean, taking the words right out of my mouth. I mean, Syzygy back in this game, and now finally taking the lead back. Actually, this Maypul is still definitely in this set.
Absolutely. And now we're seeing Juggles coming in with that up air, actually going for forward air, trying to get another type of jab reset. Gonna actually stand back a little bit more. Now Orcane just doing Orcane things, going for down strong that time. The grab is going to be available after the short hop. Scenario looking a little bit dicey for Maypul this time around, trying to get some more stuff going and managing to actually read the roll back and punishing with the grab. Dash attack is going to connect. Now actually getting that percentage lead. Momo, maybe the final stages of this game.
The game's winding down here. Gotta be careful playing around that Lily. Here comes the landing there once more. There we go. Now waiting for the punish here on this Orcane. A big aggression on the get attack, but no punish there. Special into the Lily. Is that doing it? It is! I was literally just going to mention how we haven't seen many of the tether setups from Syzygy, but immediately at the end, the absolute level of intelligence to find the side special, which marks the opponent, and knocking you into Lily and fighting the forward strong, you're on a whole new level. That was an insanely smart play and really good saving it for the last stock scenario. Syzygy takes game 1, and already you're up a game on the number 1 seed.
Yeah, Syzygy actually proving a lot of patience when it comes to dealing with Maypul, but also trying to not get as aggressive as possible when it comes to actually trying to go for overextensions, right? So a lot of Lily setups towards the end, we're actually connecting a lot more and doing a really good job at that. But we are seeing a character switch, and I am very excited for this one as well. Game number 2, actually going for the Ranno instead of the Orcane.
Ranno, okay, also one of the best skins in the game, the Dapper Ranno, big fan. Now, I definitely think the fact that the things you were struggling with last game, I think Ranno can help you out a lot. Also, Merchant Point Ranno, like, of course, the frog on the water stage. I mean, this is probably one of his best stages in the game, considering if you know anything about the Ranno ledge cancel. Shout out to Lucius, bro, the master of them. I mean, the movement can be absolutely phenomenal. There's one way to get around Lily. That'll definitely help you out.
Oh, actually going for the multi-hits. I saw him down there, sending him right onto the side and looking for those conversions with the forward air after throwing in the needles. So one of the things that I'm seeing is that the Ranno is going for a lot more forward tilts to try to get some recoveries going, but using the bubble on the outside is actually not the
dirty bubble.
Not the easiest thing in the world.
That's unfortunate. But he had the right idea that unfortunately missing the bubble there. I mean, that's what happens when you different characters are technically advanced as Ranno. You know, sometimes you just miss those. It's okay. Still sitting at not too much of a deficit right now, but Syzygy looking to accentuate this lead and keep it up as much extra credit as possible. Nice mark there again. Again, hasn't been finding too much of the damage in the marks with the seeds, but actually just straight up going for them on the side specials. And I mean, like, you're not keeping yourself open to counter head attacks when going for the somewhat laggy special. So I admire the idea, and also keeping your opponent at bay. It's working out for you, but unfortunately no sweet spot there from the forward air. Definitely trying to earn this stock. GREMLINMAN is struggling just a little bit for taking this first stock.
Yeah, 181% is not exactly what you want if you're Ranno, actually managing to get at least that last hit on that back air to secure that stock with only 45% of extra credit as well. But now Maypul trying to cook a little bit more. Back throw coming in, actually hitting the Lily that time to make sure it is not available. Hitting him one more time, and beautiful edge guard scenario by Ranno.
There you go, man. I mean, that's what you got to do is Ranno, keeping Maypul off stage, and that's where she struggles the most. Definitely good stuff there from GREMLINMAN, especially now you're sitting here in the lead. You have to either have the great time of day to run around and get away. I was gonna say use the movement to get away from Maypul, but you give Maypul one opportunity and she's gonna take it. Very great stock. Syzygy back in the lead and on the cusp of a huge upset here in the bracket.
Yeah, you can tell there's no staling in this game because we just saw 4 up airs in a row, and the multi-taps were actually going to take Maypul to the outside, but because of Lily actually being MVP there, bodyguard for Maypul, managing to actually go away, differential of over 30% now, and moving in slowly but surely. Get up attack actually going in. Oh, they need to be careful, but the get up attack is going to be invincible enough to actually make sure that they do not get hit. Jab
no,
one,
that's it.
Ooh, upset of the tournament.
Oh,
Syzygy advancing to the next round.
Okay, so that was a get out of pools, right? Okay, so if it was, that was, if I recall correctly, that is the number 16 seed beating the first seed. I can do math. That's crazy.
The maths.
You know what? I can do 2 plus 2. I can count down from 16. Yeah, that's a huge upset. But now we're going. I mean, wow, that was. No, you're good. Now, I was gonna say, man, what a crazy game. I mean, Syzygy, definitely one of the more slept on players here today. Again, like I said, that was a crazy way to end up that set. I mean, honestly, I feel like that Orcane had a lot of the sauce. I feel like that Ranno might have been an ill-advised counter pick, but considering the losses that you were having, I understand a fork in the loser's bracket.